Welcome back, treasure hunters. In today's video, we're diving into the world of ultra-rare and unbelievably valuable coins, the kind of hidden treasures that could turn spare change into a fortune overnight. These coins aren't just metal, they're pieces of history worth life-changing money. So, grab your old collections, check those forgotten jars and piggy banks, because one of these rare gems might just be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Let's uncover the 6 most valuable and expensive coins that could make you rich beyond belief. The 1943 Jefferson nickel is one of those incredible treasures hiding in plain sight, a small piece of metal that could completely change your life. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary 5-cent coin, but behind its modest appearance lies a history filled with rarity, war, and unimaginable value. During World War II, nickel was a critical metal used for military production, and because of that, the U.S. Mint had to change the coin's composition. What resulted was a unique wartime alloy that transformed this coin into one of the most talked about and sought-after nickels in American history. Unlike regular nickels made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, the 1943 Jefferson nickel was minted with a special blend of silver, manganese, and copper. This wartime composition not only gives it a distinct appearance, but also makes it easily identifiable by the large mint mark placed above Monticello on the reverse side, a detail collectors instantly recognize. Coins minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco during this year all carry this bold mint mark, marking a significant change in U.S. coin design. These differences, though small, are what make the 1943 nickel stand out as an extraordinary piece among coin enthusiasts and historians alike. What makes the 1943 Jefferson nickel truly valuable today is not just its age or composition, but the combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Some of these coins, especially those struck with errors, such as double die obverses, repunched mint marks, or unusual strike patterns, can reach prices that most people can't even imagine. In pristine, uncirculated condition, certain varieties of this coin have been auctioned for thousands, and in some cases, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. A few rare error coins from this year have fetched record-breaking prices, turning ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. Imagine checking your old coin jar or that forgotten collection passed down from your grandparents and suddenly spotting a dull-looking 1943 nickel. That small piece of metal could very well be worth a fortune. This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling, the idea that something so ordinary could hold the power to transform your financial future. Every scratch, every detail, every mint mark tells a story of its journey through history. And for those lucky enough to own one of the rare 1943 varieties, that story could end in unimaginable wealth. Beyond its monetary value, the 1943 Jefferson nickel represents a powerful chapter in American resilience. Minted during one of the most challenging times in history, it stands as a reminder of how innovation and adaptation helped a nation endure the pressures of war. The switch from nickel to silver wasn't just a technical decision. It was a symbol of sacrifice, a reflection of how every citizen and institution contributed to the war effort. Today, owning one of these coins isn't just about possessing a rare collectible. It's about holding a tangible piece of America's past. Collectors and investors alike continue to hunt for these rare nickels, knowing their value only grows as time passes. The global demand for authentic, high-grade 1943 Jefferson nickels continues to rise, especially as more people become aware of how much money these tiny pieces of history can bring. In coin auctions and private collections, this specific nickel remains one of the most talked-about wartime coins, admired for both its design and historical significance. For many, it represents not just a financial asset but a connection to a proud moment in history and the possibility of life-changing fortune. So before you dismiss that old handful of change lying around your house, take a closer look. That ordinary-looking 5-cent piece could be your ticket to extraordinary wealth. The 1943 Jefferson nickel reminds us that true treasures often come disguised as everyday objects, small, overlooked and forgot until someone recognizes their hidden power. If you happen to find one, remember, it's not just a coin. It's a piece of history, a symbol of resilience, and quite possibly, the key to unimaginable prosperity waiting right in the palm of your hand. Next up in the 1964 Jefferson nickel stands as one of the most intriguing coins in American history, a humble 5-cent piece that has captured the fascination of collectors, investors, and dreamers alike. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary nickel, something that has passed through millions of hands over the decades, but certain versions of this coin possess a value that defies imagination. The 1964 issue marked an important transition in U.S. coinage history, coming at the end of the silver era, and during a time when millions of nickels were struck to meet growing demand. Yet, within this mass production, a few extraordinary errors, mint variations, and pristine condition examples turned this simple coin into a potential treasure worth thousands, even millions of dollars. One of the main reasons the 1964 Jefferson nickel holds such a legendary status among coin collectors is due to its sheer mintage and the mysteries surrounding its special issues. The U.S. Mint produced more than 1 billion nickels in 1964, but what sets certain coins apart are rare minting errors, proof strikes, and variations in metal composition. Some nickels from that year were struck using special proof dies intended only for collector sets, but a few escaped into circulation, making them exceedingly rare. Even more astonishing are rumors of 1964 nickels struck in silver, a composition never officially authorized, which have become numismatic legends. These rare anomalies can command life-changing prices when authenticated, often reaching values that most people could never imagine for a simple 5-cent coin. Condition plays an enormous role in determining a coin's true value, and the 1964 Jefferson nickel is no exception. Coins that have survived in flawless, uncirculated, or proof-like condition are exceptionally valuable. Collectors seek those perfect examples with sharp strikes, mirror-like surfaces, and not a single scratch or blemish. A 1964 nickel graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading companies can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Combine such condition with an unusual die variety, and the price can soar to staggering heights. Some nickels have been known to sell for over $10,000 simply because of a small error or unique mint characteristic. The thrill of finding one in perfect shape is what keeps collectors constantly checking their change and revisiting old coin collections. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1964 Jefferson nickel holds deep historical and sentimental value. It was minted during a pivotal time in America's history, a year marked by social change, economic growth, and the end of an era for silver coinage. The design itself, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse, symbolizes the spirit of independence and progress. For many Americans, these nickels are nostalgic reminders of a simpler time, carrying decades of history in their small metallic form. Owning one isn't just about wealth, it's about holding a tangible piece of America's past. What makes the 1964 nickel so fascinating is the mystery surrounding its proof and special mint sets. The mint officially halted proof production for circulation coins that year, but collectors have discovered a handful of special mint set nickels that appear to have proof-like qualities. These coins exhibit extraordinary detail and finish, leading experts to believe they were part of experimental mint runs. Because so few exist, they are among the most sought-after Jefferson nickels ever struck. The discovery of one of these coins in your possession could truly change your financial future overnight. Collectors and treasure hunters around the world are constantly on the lookout for these hidden gems. Many of the most valuable 1964 Jefferson nickels have been found in unexpected places, tucked away in old jars, forgotten coin rolls, or family heirloom collections. The idea that such immense value could be lying unnoticed in your home adds an air of excitement and mystery to the world of coin collecting. Every time you pick up a nickel from 1964, you could be holding a piece worth more than a luxury car or even a house. That possibility alone drives people to recheck their collections and rediscover the value of what they once thought was ordinary change. In today's booming collector's market, demand for rare and error coins has never been higher. As more people realize the potential hidden in vintage U.S. coins, prices continue to rise, and the 1964 Jefferson nickel remains a top target. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of luck, history, and opportunity. Whether you're a passionate numismatist or someone who simply loves a good treasure hunt, the 1964 nickel reminds us that wealth can sometimes hide in plain sight. So before you spend that old nickel or ignore that pile of change, take a closer look, because the next great discovery might just be sitting in your pocket, waiting to transform your fortune overnight. Next up in the 1950 wheat penny is one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, a small copper treasure that continues to capture the attention of collectors and dreamers alike. Minted during an era of post-war prosperity, this humble 1-cent piece carries more than just its face value. It holds the potential for astonishing wealth. Hidden among millions of ordinary pennies are rare variants, minting errors, and exceptional conditions that transform this simple coin into a priceless artifact. For those lucky enough to possess one of these extraordinary specimens, it could truly mean an overnight change of fortune. The story of the 1950 wheat penny begins with its design, which showcases Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two stylized wheat stalks on the reverse, symbols of growth, prosperity, and American endurance. Although billions of wheat pennies were produced from 1909 to 1958, only a fraction remain in pristine condition today. The 1950 issues, especially those struck at the Denver and San Francisco mints, are particularly intriguing to collectors. Over the decades, most of these coins have been circulated, worn down, or lost, but the few that survived in perfect mint condition, especially with rare errors, have become numismatic gold mines. What makes certain 1950 wheat pennies worth a fortune lies in their striking errors and exceptional preservation. Some of the most valuable varieties include those with double-die obverses, off-center strikes, or misaligned dies. In these rare cases, a tiny imperfection during minting transformed an ordinary coin into an extraordinary rarity. Collectors and investors eagerly seek out these coins, sometimes paying thousands or even millions of dollars for the perfect specimen. A flawless 1950 wheat penny in uncirculated or proof-like condition, especially with unique characteristics, can easily rival the value of gold or even precious gemstones. Beyond their monetary value, these coins hold deep historical significance. Each wheat penny serves as a time capsule from an era when every cent counted, and when the craftsmanship of minting was a matter of national pride. The 1950 edition reflects the spirit of post-war America, resilient, ambitious, and full of hope. Holding one in your hand connects you directly to that chapter of history, a tangible reminder of how far the nation has come. It's not just metal and mint marks. It's a story of endurance, craftsmanship, and the passage of time. For modern collectors and casual coin enthusiasts, the allure of discovering a valuable 1950 wheat penny is irresistible. Imagine rummaging through an old box or an inherited collection and finding a coin that could change your life overnight. Many people have stumbled upon fortune this way, through a single coin overlooked for decades. That's the thrill of numismatics, the blend of history, luck, and treasure hunting that makes even the smallest discovery feel monumental. Every old penny deserves a second look, especially those marked with 1950 and a clear D or S mint mark. Today's market for rare coins is booming, with passionate collectors and investors driving prices to record highs. Auction houses, private collectors, and online marketplaces have turned the rare coin trade into a global phenomenon. A perfectly preserved 1950 wheat penny with distinct minting features can spark fierce bidding wars, often fetching staggering sums. As time goes on and fewer high-quality coins remain in circulation, their value continues to climb. Owning one is not just an investment. It's a piece of American heritage that grows more precious with every passing year. So before you dismiss those old pennies lying in your drawers, take a closer look. That unassuming 1950 wheat penny might be your key to unimaginable wealth. It's more than a coin. It's a legacy, a symbol of opportunity, and a potential gateway to fortune. Whether you're a serious collector or someone who simply enjoys the mystery of hidden treasures, the 1950 wheat penny stands as a shining example that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Check your collections, your piggy banks, and even your pocket change. Your life-changing treasure might already be in your